have 6 days to spend more than $1,514.40 on food at Walt Disney World because my family bought the Disney sit-down dining plan for $1,514.40. So what that means, we have 12 quick service credits for adults, 12 quick service credits for kids. We have these 24 snack credits, 12 adult sit-down dining credits, and 12 kids sit-down dining credits. So we need to use all of those credits over the next 6 days because I don't want to just break even. I don't want to spend just $1,514.40. I want to beat the dining plan. I want to go as far over as we possibly can by using our credits in the most maximized way, the smartest way possible, and getting the biggest bang for our buck over the next 6 days. All right, Disney, let me show you what I got. Stop number one of the first day of beating the Disney dining plan is going to be the Leaning Palms at Typhoon Lagoon. Awesome, thank you so much. All right, here's everything we got for meal number one at Leaning Palms. So we have 2 kids service quick meals and then the 2 quick service adult meals. So for the kids meals, we have chicken strips with french fries, and then we have chicken strips with mandarins. Those are both $8.49 each, and they came with bottles of water. And then for the adult meals, we have the chicken and shrimp rice bowl for $15.79 and the chicken rice bowl for $15.79. Both adult meals also come with adult beverages. So we got the frozen butterfly lemonade with vodka for $16.50 and the pink paloma for $17.50. Total for meal number one, $82.56. Okay, taste steps number one is going to be the butterfly frozen lemonade vodka deliciousness. It comes with a really big straw. It's like a slushie. It's very good. It's very sweet. So if you're someone that likes to have adult beverages that are a little bit sweet, this one's really good. Now, we're gonna have Mr. Coupon Hunter taste the pink paloma because I can't have grapefruit and this has grapefruit in it. So we're gonna see how he feels about the pink paloma. Is it paloma-ing?
Oh, that's really good. It's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
No.
I hate it.
It's so good. I really like it.
It's paloma-rific.
I give it a 9.
I'm jealous. I want the paloma. I can't have grapefruit. So now we're gonna try the food. All right, now we're getting a little bite of the chicken rice bowl. I tried to get a little bit of everything in it, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's very good. And very flavorful. The chicken's not dry. It's really yummy. The corn salsa is really good too. What do you think?
Good, I'll eat it all.
It's not bad, and for $15.79, it's a very good use of your quick service adult meal at Typhoon Lagoon. So with the dining plan, you do get a free dining mug. So they're like these mugs right here. You can take them and fill them up with like pop or coffee, whatever you want. They are $22.99, and you get them included with your dining plan. So we're gonna go ahead and each of us are gonna pick out a color that gets you access to all of these. So you'll have like a little sensor at the bottom of your cup, and it will activate all of these drinks. Like you can get pop, you can get coffee, there's hot chocolate, there's tea, and there are unlimited refills throughout the day. Now we're getting ready to go to dinner. So tonight's dinner reservation is at Boatwright's at Port Orleans. I've heard some really good things. The one thing that I'm really excited about though is that they have a couple of menu items that are like really big portions, and they have an all you care to enjoy item on the menu. So we're gonna see if that qualifies for the dining plan, if you can use an adult credit for that, all that good stuff. Now, one point of clarification that I just wanted to point out, because we are going to be doing a lot of table service restaurants, you do still have to tip. Gratuity is not included when you are doing the dining plan. So if you're doing the sit-down dining plan and you're using your dining credits, you will have to plan for gratuity on top of those credits that you're using. We made it to Boatwright's dining hall. We put in our reservation. Now we're just looking at the menu beforehand. All of these items look super good. We did have to make reservations for this restaurant. So keep that in mind. If you're doing the dining credits and the table service, you probably want to get some reservations beforehand because things tend to sell up and fill up quite quickly. We sat down, we did confirm the all you care to enjoy platter 100% qualifies for the dining plan. So it's $37 per person and you get all you can care to enjoy. It's like bourbon glazed pork ribs, crispy chicken, smoked sausage, brisket, potatoes, mac and cheese, corn, seasonal vegetables. You can get as much as you want of that. You can keep asking them over and over and over to bring you stuff and they will keep bringing it to you. That is insane. So with every dining plan credit, you do get an adult beverage, you get an entree, and you get a dessert. And we did confirm you can take the dessert to go. So if you fill up on the all you care to enjoy platter, you can enjoy the dessert tomorrow for breakfast. First up for Mr. Father's Day over here, we have the Sazerac. This is like a bourbon cocktail. It looks small, but tiny but mighty. This is $16.50. And then I got the elderflower gin cocktail. This is $16.50. This is bomb. We already had a little sip. We cheated a little bit, sorry. But they're so freaking good, 10 out of 10. Did find out you also get complimentary cornbread service at your table. So we have like butter and some cornbread. This smells so good. I wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells so good. Okay, all of the food just came out, so now we're gonna go ahead and look through everything. So this is up first. This is what my daughter got. This is the kids' spaghetti and meatballs, and it comes with a side. She ended up choosing the fresh fruit, and this is $13.50. Up next, we have what my son got. Now, I've got some feelings about this. This is he got. This is the grilled fish, and his side was a fruit cup. This was also $13.50. I think it's probably better to just get the kids spaghetti and meatball, but again, we're gonna slide him a little bit of my prime rib. He will be okay, but again, this is the kids portion. It was $13.50. Probably not again. And then we have the adult meals. So I ended up getting the prime rib. This one was $39 and it smells absolutely freaking delicious. Looks so good. And then Mr. Father's, stop eating. Stop it. Mr. Father's Day again over here. He ended up getting the all-you-can-eat platter with a whole bunch of really yumminess on here. And he can ask for as much as he wants. And since it's Father's Day, he might ask for a bunch. So we're gonna see how much he asked for. But his ended up being $37 and mine was $39. I forgot to record this and they already started eating ice cream. The ice creams that came with the kids' meals. It's a little Mickey shape. This included in their $13.50. It came with their entree, their drink, and then this. And then my son has an ice cream bar over here. That one's shaped like a Mickey and it's freaking adorable. And then we have the ice cream bar here. I didn't see this at first when my daughter pointed it out to me. There's a hidden Mickey inside of the ice cream bar too. So freaking cute. So our cast member waitress gave us our little goodie bag. It has all of our desserts inside of it. We both ended up getting the banana pudding cream pie cheesecake. And it smells absolutely freaking delicious. They're $11 each. There's actually a pretty big portion. I'm not gonna eat it now. Like I said, we're gonna go get in our Jammy Jams and go watch a Disney movie and eat these later. So that brings the grand total of this one dining service credit for my family of 4 to $158 for all 4 of us. So we used 2 adult dining credits and 2 kids dining credits for $158. We're back in the room. It's the end of the night. I got rained on, so my hair's up. It was just like, it's Florida. There's a downpour out of nowhere. I have my banana cheesecake. We are watching a Disney movie. We're watching The Lion King right now. So we have our cheesecake, our Disney movie, and we are all getting ready for bed. But I wanted to let you know where we ended the day. So at the end of day 1, we officially have spent $332.52 on food of our $1,514.40 that we need to spend, which means left over, remaining, we have to spend $1,181.88 in the next 5 days in order to break even. Can we do it? I don't know. Here's hoping. Day 2 of trying to spend $1,514.40 on food at Disney World. So yesterday we ended the day and we had a little bit left over, but it was a pretty good day. It was like over $300. But day 2, we're going to be spending the day at Hollywood Studios. Now, the name of the game today is gonna be using adult credits only, much like what we did last time when we did just the straight quick service plan. You can't really get alcoholic beverages at places like Magic Kingdom. So when you go to other parks like Hollywood Studios or Epcot or Animal Kingdom where they offer alcoholic beverages in addition to your quick service meal, that's where you want to be spending your adult credits. We're going to save all of our kids' credits up and use it at places like Magic Kingdom where you can't get an alcoholic beverage. And then here, we're going to be getting 4 adult quick service meals with 4 adult beverages that mom and dad are going to drink because, you know, YOLO. So we're heading off to lunch. We didn't have breakfast. We actually kind of slept in a little bit today. And so it's like an early lunch, late breakfast kind of vibe. We're going to Backlot Express. And we're gonna go ahead and get something that's not the most expensive thing on the menu. We actually just kind of let the kids pick whatever they wanted. We didn't make them get the most expensive thing because I think that's the other part of the dining plan is you feel like you're compelled to get the most expensive thing if you're trying to beat it. But if you're doing this hack, where you have the adult meals at places with adult beverages and you have the kid meals at places that don't offer those, that's kind of where you're making the money off. So we're gonna go to Backlot, the kids got what they wanted, and we're gonna see how it tastes. So here's everything that we got from Backlot Express. We got 2 teriyaki chicken bowls. These were $13.29 each. And then my kids got 2 of the 1/3 pound Angus cheeseburgers, and those were also $13.29. And then everybody got the pineapple citrus margarita, which are $17.50. Now, Mom and Dad are drinking the margaritas. That we need the margaritas. So we're getting those. My kids have water. They don't like drinking anything else other than water. I said this last time, I promise. They like the occasional cup of chocolate milk and then water. So they are totally fine drinking water because we are trying to maximize the meal plan. And this grand total, I think, ended up being $126.16 for this one meal. Mr. Financial Analyst has corrected me. It was $123.16 for this meal, but still, $123.16. That is a lot for one meal. All right, summation after eating everything. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was very good. Okay, so our summation is in a place where you eat a lot of like cheeseburgers, french fries, you get chicken nuggets, all that kind of stuff. It is nice to be able to eat something that's like lighter and more refreshing with the grilled chicken, teriyaki sauce, the rice, the edamame. Like it was a little bit lighter and more refreshing, especially on a super hot day. I mean, I got portable air conditioners blowing on us right now because it's so hot right now. We also really like the margaritas. The pineapple, you'd think it'd be super sweet, but it's not super sweet. It's actually really good and refreshing. You can taste the alcohol, which is always a plus. And they taste really good. So overall experience, 10 out of 10. I really liked it. It's been a few hours since lunch. It is hot, like hot, very hot. I'm sweating in places I didn't know I had pores. So we went over to the milk stand in Galaxy's Edge Batu, and we went ahead and grabbed a blue milk. It has like nerds and sauce and all the deliciousness in it. It's $10.29 and it qualifies as a snack credit. So this is a great use of a snack credit. My kids act like my daughter's down here like, please let me have my blue milk. It is super good and it's a great use of a snack credit. So if you want something to cool you down in the middle of the day, 10 out of 10 recommend getting that one for $10.29, a snack credit. That's crazy. Someone saw his sister had one and decided he wanted one, so ×2. We got another one, $10.29, qualifies as a snack credit at the milk stand. Super good, just, you know, ×2. It's officially dinner time, which means we're gonna sit down at our first sit-down dining experience. We have chosen to eat at Hollywood and Vine and Hollywood Studios. Now, the reason that we chose to sit here and do dinner is because they have not only a character experience, they also have the sit-down dinner, and you get a voucher for Fantasmic at the end of the night. So we're gonna sit here, go in and have our dinner. You get to meet characters, and you get a voucher to have reserved seating at Fantasmic for the showing at 9:30. It's a great value because you're getting the traditional sit-down dining, you're also getting a character experience, and you're getting some extras for the end of the night too. So I have been here only once before, but that was during COVID, and I know they've changed the menu a lot, so I'm really excited to go in here and see what they have going on. So let's go ahead and walk in and see what we got to do. Okay, we just got in here. We're sitting down. Y'all, it is a freaking buffet. All back there is a whole big buffet where they have just like a smorgasbord of food. So we are able to come in here, sit down, have a buffet, be in air conditioning. We get the same kind of thing as we did last time at the sit-down dining credit. You get an entree, you get an adult beverage, and you get a dessert. Now, I just do want to clarify though that if you were to come here and sit down, you would pay a flat fee, but then you would also pay an additional charge on top for your adult beverage. So we're gonna calculate all that up here in a second. If you were just to pay for this straight up out of pocket to come in here without the adult beverage, it would be $81 per adult and $51 per kid. That is a grand total of $264 for our family of 4, not including any kind of alcoholic beverages. $264 for my family of 4 using 1 adult credit per person and 1 kid credit per person. We also got the passes to Fantasmic at 9:30. We just take these, we show up. It says you show up like 25 minutes beforehand and you have reserved seats. So we don't have to like sit out in the hot and wait for the show to start. We can go ahead and show up, ride some rides, and use these. Absolutely insane value for your dining credits. Our server just came around and showed us the cocktails that are available. So this is everything that you can get as your adult beverage included in your 1 credit. There are a whole bunch of options, but you know what caught my eye? Down here is this Cabernet for $23 a glass. So that is 100% when we picked up. I did check, it does qualify. So $23 for a glass of Cabernet, and that counts as our adult beverage for our adult meal credit, but lots of other options to use if you wanted to get something else. As far as food goes, there is so much freaking food here. Like, I'm gonna try not to get like as many people as I can, but like, look, all of this food is part of the buffet, and there's 2 sides. Like, you get all of this fresh stuff. They're cooking it back there super fresh. They have a freaking steak station where you can get fresh cut steak. So good. Now included is dessert, but it is the same kind of dessert that you get when you're doing like a self-serve buffet. You have like an ice cream station, you have a whole bunch of treats and tarts and stuff like that that you can grab. There are so many freaking desserts that you can get with it. So we finished everything. The grand total for our family of 4, one adult, one kid was $310. That was 2 adult beverages, the buffets for everybody. We also got the fantastic extra of being able to have a reserved seating. We got to see the characters. So if you are doing the sit-down dining plan, put this on your list. It is 100% the best bang for your buck if you're gonna use a dining credit. Honorable mention that is not on the dining plan that we're not gonna be using as credits or anything, but if you want to come to Hollywood Studios and you want to bring your own snacks into the park, but you still want to enjoy an adult beverage, because when in Disney, why not? The best place to do that is the Sunshine Day Bar. And this one is in Hollywood Studios. So if you're like walking down the main street of Hollywood Studios and you go to the right towards Tower of Terror, it's off to the left-hand side, like in between like Anaheim Produce, and it's got like Fairfax Fair, all that kind of stuff. This is the best bar. Every time I come here, the bartenders are super nice. The drinks are so good. Like, you have a decent amount of alcohol in there. So Sunshine Day Bar, it's a great value. Just an honorable mention. I can't use it because it's not on the dining plan, but I absolutely love it. We made it to Fantasmic. We are in the Fantasmic dining section. So all we had to do was take our little purple flyers, go into the front of Fantasmic, hand it to them, and we got off to the left-hand side where it was in the packages section. They led us all the way into the reserved seating area, and then we were able to sit down. We didn't have to wait in a long line. We didn't have to wait out in the hot. We sat down and we are front row. Like, look at this. Like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be right there. Like, I'm gonna see Sorcerer Mickey right there. Definitely a great spot to be in for Fantasmic. The show's about to start, so we're gonna go ahead and go over what we spent for the entire day. So for the entire day, we spent $453.74 for day 2 of beating the Disney sit-down dining plan, which means we only need $728.14 in order to make it even in the next 4 days. Let's see if we can do it starting on day 3. We are starting day 3 in Epcot. The best use of your snack credits is 100% going to be in Epcot, because Epcot has the World Showcase and a bunch of options for you to use your snack credits on items that are going to be well over the value that you need to hit in order for the snack credit to be worth it. So we're going to go ahead and grab a couple snacks for breakfast and then show you all the other snacks that are worth it throughout the day. So where we're going first is Lay Halls. It's like a cafe bakery deliciousness, and they have so many freaking good things you can get for a snack credit. So we ended up getting the croissant salé. These are $9.95, I believe, $9.75, something like that. They are a snack credit. Now, when we went up there, they said that they did not qualify as a snack credit. Now, I know that they do, just because we did a lot of research and a lot of planning before we came here. These do qualify as a snack credit. They said normally it's only the sweets, but this one does qualify as a snack credit. If you run into that when you come here and you're trying to use a snack credit on one of these, just really politely ask the cast member if they could try it, because it does qualify as a snack. It's on their website, it's on the Disney planning site. We ended up getting not 1, but 2 of them for my family of 4 to split. We're gonna split these for breakfast. We're actually gonna go pop in the Ratatouille ride and eat these, but not a bad use of a snack credit. $9.75 for these guys. It's been a few hours since we had that little breakfast, and now we are heading to our table service credit meal. Now today we're doing it a little bit different. We're actually doing, it's technically a breakfast, but I scheduled it at 11, so I'm gonna call it a brunch. And the reason that I'm doing that is because it's really hard to balance. Like, you get 1 quick service meal a day, 1 table service meal a day. When do you schedule your meal? When do you eat? When do you not? And I feel like if you have a brunch right around 11, it's gonna get you through most of the day, and then you'll be able to have dinner. We're heading to the Norway Pavilion, and we're going to Akershus. I think that's how you say it. It's a character dining, and it's with all the princesses. So we're gonna go head there and see what it's all about, but I'm really excited because I've never been here, but I've heard really good things. And we have officially made it. We just checked in, and now we are waiting for our name to be called, and then we'll go inside and see what it's all about. My kids are super hungry, so we just kind of let them eat, but we sat down, we got our food. So everything here is like a prefix menu. So they have it set up, it's all family style. They'll bring out your food to you, and they'll bring out as much as you want. So we went ahead and grabbed a bunch of the stuff. They brought it out. As you can see, my children have already been eating it, but you have a whole bunch of pastries. There was a brown cheese in here, which is super good. Like a salmon spread. You get a whole bunch of fruit, and then for the adults, we do get an adult beverage. So I went ahead and grabbed the Legacy Mimosa for $19.50, and then Mr. Viking over here grabbed the Viking Bloody Mary for $17.50. Holy food. We just got a whole bunch of food that just came out. So this is the second course. We have the Norwegian waffles, which are shaped like little hearts. We have a potato casserole, eggs, bacon, and sausage, and then our waiter brought us more brown cheese because I freaking love the brown cheese. It is so good. I don't know how it's controversial to not like the brown cheese, because he says that some people like it and some people don't. I love the brown cheese. So that's all. That means at the end of this meal, we just calculated it up for my 2 adults, 2 kids, family of 4. It was $231, which included the meals, the character dining, and the mimosa, and the Viking Bloody Mary. We're gonna head back to the hotel. I think that's one of the perks, actually, of being on this like split dining plan is that you can like plan your dinners or your breakfast or whatever, your table service. You can plan that for like at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, and then you can use all of your other like quick service credits for like snacks and everything else whenever you want, wherever you want that takes the dining plan. And you can kind of just make the day your own, and you don't have to worry about being in the park the entire time. So definitely a perk. Oh, the wind feels so good. Excuse me. So we just got back from taking a break at the hotel. It was really hot, and now it's so much cooler. 10 out of 10 recommend doing that. Anyways, it's about dinner time. So now we're gonna go look around and see what snack credits we can use for some things to get some dinner. The great thing about Epcot is they have the World Showcase, which means you're able to get a whole bunch of snacks and try a bunch of different things from the different pavilions and combine it together and pretty much making a meal. So now we're gonna go through, see which ones are worth it, and see what kind of dinner we can put together. First snack item that we're gonna grab is going to be the grilled chicken kebab from the Tangerine Cafe. And the reason we're gonna grab this is because it's a protein source. And protein sources for a snack credit are always going to be a 10 out of 10 good idea. The grilled kebab is $6.25 normally, but because it has that little purple square right there, it means it qualifies as a snack credit. You can either get chicken or lamb, totally up to you. Both are gonna qualify for a snack credit. Now, I do just wanna point out, $6.25 is a little low for a snack credit. We really want to be a little bit above $7 if we can. $6 is just to break even, but this is a protein source. It's really hard to find snacks that are protein sources, so we're definitely going to snag one of these because that's a great big piece of chicken. For the next 4 snack credits, we went to the Kabuki Cafe and we got 4 sushi rolls. So these sushi rolls actually qualify as snack credits. We got 2 California rolls, which are $6.25 each normally, and 2 nigiri combos, which are $6.50 each normally. And there's that beautiful purple square, which means they are snack credits. All right, next snack is going to be from Block & Hans in the America Pavilion. It is pretzel nuggets with beer cheese, $8.50 normally, but this qualifies as a snack credit. So 100% a great use of your snack credit if you like these and you want to give them a try. So you do get a decent amount of like pretzel bites in here, and then the beer cheese is a decent amount for how many pretzels you get. So definitely a good value. The next snack credit is from Kringle's in the Norwegian Pavilion, and we got a Kringle from Kringle's. This is a Norwegian chocolate Kringle. It's $6.99 and it qualifies as a snack credit. I've heard good things. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, that was very good. It almost has like it's a sourdough with chocolate on it. But it's not sour. Like you expect it to be super sweet, but it's not. It's very good. I don't think you're getting any of this. Okay, the Kringle was so good, my kids wanted to come back and get one for themselves. So we're back for round 2 for another Kringle. So the end of the night, we ended up using 8 snack credits for our evening dinner Snack-a-palooza, and it ended up being $54.23 for those 8 snack credits. Now you go ahead and add that to what we spent earlier today, which was $250.50. That makes our grand total for the day so far $304.73. We closed out the park. We're all a little bit tired, but you know what we also are a little bit? We are a little bit hungry. So we actually stopped by our resort because there's one of the hacks that we love doing with the dining plan. It's not like the craziest use of your credits, but we're like doing so well right now. This is definitely something that you can afford to do if you're doing it like us. So what you can do is you can go to your resort, like the cafeteria area, and you can use 2 adult quick service credits, and you can get an entire huge large pizza, cheese or pepperoni, and you get 2 adult beverages with those 2 credits. So we went ahead and did that. We got a large pepperoni pizza. I got a wine. Hubby got a High Life. So the pizza itself is $21.99. The mommy juice is $11, and the daddy juice. That's just, it's like moist. It just sounds wrong. Anyways, this was $12.25. That means the grand total for this meal was $45.24. We're gonna go ahead and add that to our total from earlier, meaning so far today, we have spent $349.97. And if we go ahead and subtract that from what we needed to spend in order to break even, we only need to spend $378.17 in the next 3 days just to break even. I was not kidding when I was telling y'all I was coming for this dining plan. We are going to break even tomorrow, and the next 2 days are just gonna be complete gravy. But check back in tomorrow just to see what we do. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go back to my room and get in my jammies and eat my pizza and drink my mommy juice. See you tomorrow. All right, it's day 4 of trying to spend more than $1,514.40 on food at Disney World, and today is a resort day. So as far as what we have remaining, we have 4 adult quick service, 10 kid quick service, say that 5 times fast, 12 snacks, 6 adult table service, and 6 kid table service. And in order to break even, we only need to spend $378.17. So we have today and Thursday and Friday in order to hit this number. And with all those credits that we have remaining, we are super easy gonna be able to beat it. So today's a resort day. We're at the Polynesian. We aren't staying at the Polynesian, but I ended up snagging us Ohana breakfast reservations at the Polynesian. So we went ahead, we got on our bus, we went on the monorail, and we headed on over to the Polynesian this morning. It's 12. We got reservations at 12:05 for breakfast at the Polynesian. Now it's breakfast, but it's more like a brunch, and we're going to be able to do that by getting our breakfast items as a lunch item and then being able to use those to keep us full throughout the day. So we sat down at Ohana. We got coconut bread. It's really freaking good. So we got coconut bread. There's Lilo back there. And then we got Pog juice for the table, which is passion fruit, orange, and guava. And then we have coffee for the adults, and then a whole bunch of fruit for the table. So Ohana is a family style sit down, like all you can eat, or it's all you care to enjoy, but it's sit down family style. So they're just gonna bring out a bunch of food as much as you want. You just have to keep asking for it. So this is the starter, and then we have a whole bunch of breakfast stuff coming in a little bit. Because we know that you get an adult beverage with your dining plan credit, I asked for the menu so we can look and see what we got. So on here we have all of these specialty beverages that you can get. You can't get this one up here. This one does not qualify for the dining plan, but all of these ones down here do. The food is here, and it is a lot of food. So we got a whole bunch of platters. It's got like eggs, sausage, there's like some pork back here, potatoes, biscuits, Mickey waffles, and Stitch waffles with syrup too. Oh, so good. Now the drinks are here. So I ended up getting the mimosa. This is $19.50, and then over here, he ended up getting the sunrise margarita for $17.50. That was pretty good. So just a note about the food, everything here is freaking delicious. Like, there's a whole bunch of different stuff, and everybody at the table's favorite thing is one of the different foods. So we all have a different favorite, and everything is really good. The ham is so good. It's got like a pineapple apple chutney sauce, something on top of it. That's really good. The eggs don't have like that weird texture that you sometimes get. They're super good. The waffles are delicious. The Stitch ones were the first ones to go. So everything here has been so good. So the final cost for this meal, it's $53 per adult and $33 per kid. Then we also had, you know, the mimosa and the margarita at $19.50 and $17.50, which made the grand total for this character experience, which was 2 adult dining credits and 2 kids dining credits, $209. We walked right across the way from Ohana. We're over at the Kona Island Coffee Bar because there are a couple snack credits that we want to use because they are so freaking cute and so easy. We're actually gonna grab these last 2 Stitch dome cakes. They're $7.99 each, and that little purple square means that they are a snack credit. Now I just want to say, if you decide you want to do this at the Kona Island Coffee Bar, they do sell out. It's $130, and we grabbed the last 2. The lady said that they have a bunch of them and they sell out really quickly. It's a really popular item. It is a seasonal item, so it's not something that you're able to get all the time, but she did say that they have a lot of really good snack credits, and they have a lot of seasonal items that come out that are worth using your snack credits for. So if you're at the Polynesian and you swing by the Kona Island Coffee Bar, check out and see what they got. It's officially dinner time. We've had a really long day. We did the pool, we did the outlets, we had breakfast this morning, we went park hopping, we did a whole bunch of different stuff. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a little bit of dinner. We went ahead and went to our resort's cafeteria. Your resort will have a cafeteria similar to this one, just depending upon where you stay, it will be different. But you can go ahead and have your resort cafeteria. They usually have like a very similar menu and then like some spiced up things depending upon which resort you stay at. So we went ahead and got 4 kids meals. We used 4 of our kids credits, and we got 4 of the kids chicken tenders and french fries. And the reason we did this is because 1, we had a really big breakfast. 2, we really like the idea of getting the kids meals when you're at your resort because you're able to use your resort fillable mug and have that filled up for you with like a whole bunch of pop, Diet Coke, whatever you want. So you don't have to worry about like, I need to get an adult beverage or the pop that I get there isn't worth it. Instead, what you can get is you can get, you know, chocolate milks, 4 of them, and save them in the fridge for your kids to drink whenever they want instead. So this is a great option if your kids like chocolate milk. We got chocolate milk with each of the meals. We have the chicken and french fries, and then each meal came with a strawberry Danimals yogurt, so we can have this as well too in the fridge. This is gonna be great for the kids to pop in the fridge to have for like breakfast or snacks or whatever they want. And 4 of these is just a great option to be able to sneak in there and not worry about it. I also don't like using adult quick service credits at your resort if you can help it, just because the beverages, the adult beverages, are only around like 11 and 12 bucks. And when you're in the park, you're seeing we're getting them between like 17 and 21, $23. So it's a better use of the adult quick service credits when you're in the park. When you're in the resort, it's pretty good to use your kids' credits. Get the yogurt, get the chocolate milk, and save them for later. Each of these kids' meals, it was the kids' nuggets and french fries with the chocolate milk and with the Danimals the second side, were $8.49 each, which means all of them together are $33.96 for this meal. All right, so this was the section in my resort that I was talking about. You'll notice there's a lot of things that have like those purple squares on them, but this is the thing that caught my eye. It's the Mickey Milk Chocolate Surprise. It comes with 3 of this. I think it's like a hot chocolate little maker thing. Normally $19.49, they're on sale for $99, and there's a little purple square here. So we're gonna grab a couple of these and test them and see if they work for the snack credits. Hi, that totally freaking worked. I got 2 of them on sale for $9.99, normally $19.50, and I used 2 snack credits at the register. I didn't have to do anything special. I tapped my magic band, I entered in my PIN like I normally do, and let me show you. Look, down here, here's the receipt. Look at it, 2 snack credits redeemed. That is absolutely insane value. Will you see this at your resort when you go? No, but it's just always a good reminder to check. Check your resort, check the snack areas, look for that purple square, because you never know what's gonna qualify for a snack credit and what you're gonna get insane value for by using 1 or 2 snack credits on. I think it's my favorite find so far. I'm really excited. We have officially made it to the end of day 4. That means at the end of the day, after all of our meals and all of our credits that we used, we spent a total of $278.92. Now, we're gonna subtract that from the $378.17 we needed to use in order to break even on the plan, and that means in the next 2 days, we only need to spend $99.25 to beat the Disney sit-down dining plan. And keep in mind, we still have quite a few credits left. Like we have 4 adult quick service, 6 kid quick service, 8 snacks, 4 adult table, and 4 kid table service meals. So are we gonna do that within the next 2 days? Can we spend over $100 with all of those credits? How far over is Kirsty gonna go in beating this dining plan? I don't know, you're just gonna have to tune in tomorrow and see what happens. You know the whole spiel, $99.25 today and tomorrow. We got a whole bunch of credits left, so let's see if we can do it. And today, we are spending the day in Disney's Animal Kingdom. And it's gonna be a really easy day, I feel like, because they have some of the best foods, the best snacks, and the best adult quick service meals that you could possibly get while at Disney World. We're gonna start at Starbucks this morning, and that's because I really didn't get to drink much of my coffee, and it's really hot, and I'm really tired. It's day 5 of us being on our vacation, so Mama needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. So what you can actually do is use your snack credits at Starbucks in the parks on your drinks. And that's gonna be a really good use if you're someone that's like, you know, specialty beverages or like Starbucks Frappuccinos or anything like that. I'm actually gonna try to do like a cold brew with a shot of espresso because any of the extras are included in your snack credit. But I'm gonna go in here and verify and just kind of see what we can get for our snack credits at Starbucks in Animal Kingdom. All right, totally worked. We were able to get 2 Trenta cold brews. We got Trenta cold brews with an extra shot of espresso in these ones, $7.25 each. We got 2 of them, 2 snack credits. Totally worked. We asked the cast member, and essentially it's any drink. So if you wanted to upgrade it with like a little spritzer of a vanilla syrup, or if you wanted to add like oat milk or almond milk, all of that is qualified under your 1 snack credit for 1 drink. So $7.25 for each of these, $14.50 total for 2 snack credits. That is definitely a score. If you're someone that likes to drink coffee, go there and use your snack credit first thing in the morning. It's officially lunchtime, so we went ahead and went to the Sutuli Canteen in Pandora and Animal Kingdom. We used 4 adult quick service credits because that is the best use of your quick service credits. This is what we ended up grabbing for everybody. This is all the food that we ended up getting. We have the Ocean Moon Bowl, which is for me. This is $17.99. Both the kids ended up getting the combination bowls with beef and chicken. These were $17.49. And then hubby ended up getting the combination bowl with beef and shrimp, and this one was $18.79. And of course, because you get the adult beverages, we got 4 of the Ulu Splash margaritas. Those are $14.50 each. So let me, my calculations are correct. It should have been $129.16 for these 4 adult quick service credits. It's an amazing deal, and the food tastes so freaking good here. So you know what that means? We went into today only needing to spend like 99, a little over 99 and change. We have officially beaten the Disney dining plan, and we're not even done yet. All right, somehow I managed to survive the day without, completely melting into the ground. We were downpoured on multiple times throughout the day. It's been so rainy, but it's actually cool now. So it's dinner time. We're getting ready to go into Tusker House restaurant. There's a character dining experience in here that you can use your dining credits on. It's 1 dining credit, so we're gonna go ahead and hop in here, see what it's all about. I've never been, but I've heard really good things. So it's time to have some dinner. We just got sat down. We got to our table. It's a buffet style. I'm so excited. The food smells so freaking good in here. I'm so excited. You got sat down with one of these. They're these little character cards. So today we get to meet Goofy, Mickey, Donald, and Daisy. It's really nice to get these because it has the character signatures on the back. So even if you don't have something for the characters to sign, you're still gonna walk away with their signatures. But we also got the cocktail menu, so you can kind of see which drinks are included in the dining plan. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab the sunrise margarita because that just sounds so freaking good. But I'm gonna get some food. I'll take you along and show you what the buffet looks like in a little bit. The adult beverages came too. So I ended up getting the sunrise margarita, which is $17.50, and then over here, who's already dug into his food, he ended up getting the Lost on Safari, which is $16.50. Like, just look at how much freaking food there is. Like, this is the dessert bar area. There's like a whole wraparound of all the food. Like, there's like chicken and pork and shrimp, and over there, there's like couscous and a salad bar. There's so much freaking food, and it's all so delicious. After everything was said and done, it was $64 per adult and $42 per child. You add that on top of the 2 adult beverages that we got, ended up being a grand total of $246 for my family of 4. That was 1 table service credit for all 4 of us. So I ended up using 2 adult table service credits and 2 kids table service credits for $246. And I will say, that was probably some of the best food and the best character interaction and experiences we've had at any of these so far. So we're officially at the end of day 5. Here is where we've landed. So we used in total today $406.24. Now, if you remember, we only needed to spend like a little over $99 to beat the Disney dining plan. So that means we have officially beaten the Disney dining plan by $306.99, and we aren't even done. We still have all of these credits left to use tomorrow. So we have 6 kid quick service meals, 4 snacks, 2 adult table service, and 2 kid table service. So we've beaten it, but just how far over are we gonna go? I'm not quite sure, but I'm really excited to find out. We've made it. It's day 6. We are at Magic Kingdom for day 6. Now, if you notice, we have used almost all of our adult quick service credits, meaning we have 6 kids credits left, a couple snacks, and then our table service credits. So the name of the game today is gonna be using the kids quick service credits on items that we can share as a family or eat here, kids items and kids meals that are just like a generally bigger portion, because we already used all of our adult quick service credits. The reason we did that is because you can't get alcohol at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is mostly a dry park, so using your adult quick service credits here is really kind of a waste. So we're gonna be getting a lot of kids meals, some snacks, finishing off our table service credits, and seeing what we can do throughout the rest of the day. But considering we've already beaten the Disney dining plan by like $307, this should just all be gravy. So going forward, we're gonna see what we can get. I'm gonna show you a couple hacks, a couple tips for things that you can do if you wanna use your kids' credits here, but I'm pretty excited about some of the things I have planned. Let's go. All right, so it's not quite lunchtime yet, but we're gonna grab a couple things snacky to tie us over. So we went on over to Sleepy Hollows in Magic Kingdom, and we grabbed 2 of these are like Nutella waffles with berries and whipped cream on them. They're $9.49 each, and they qualify as a snack. So we grabbed 2 of these for 2 snack credits. Okay, we've already dug into that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. We only got 2 for our family of 4, and I promise you it's gonna feed all of us. It is so freaking good though. Definitely a great use of a snack credit. That is delicious. It's officially lunchtime, but I thought I would show you a little hack first. So this is what we're doing. We're actually gonna go to Casey's Corner here in Magic Kingdom, but they take our dining plan. They don't have kids meals, but they're supposed to accept kids meals. And if that's the case, you can actually go and mobile order and use it as a child's credit when you're ordering. So let me show you what I mean. So you're gonna go down here. You're gonna have it be wherever you want, whatever you're gonna grab. I'm gonna get this Chipotle barbecue beef footlong. So I'm gonna go down here, have French fries, add it to my cart. And then when I'm up here in the cart, I'll be able to go check out. It's gonna apply my dining credit. And then you're gonna notice this little section up here where it says change dining plan options. You're gonna click on that, and it's gonna pop up, maybe, and you're gonna see where it says quick service adult meal. I'm actually gonna select quick service child meal and hit save. It's gonna use a child's credit instead of an adult credit. We also get to add a beverage, so we're gonna go ahead and add a Diet Coke to that order, and you will see that it adds an entire meal using a child's quick service credit meal to our cart, and it's super easy. We can mobile order it and go pick it up whenever. Okay, I feel like this is the hack to end all hacks for the dining plan. This is what we got for our kids meal credit. That's ridiculous. Okay, so this is the hot dog. It's the foot long, I think it's got like pulled pork on it and coleslaw. This was $15.99, and it also came with French fries. And then the kids ended up getting the 10 count of the mini corn dogs. Those were $10.99, and then all of them came with a drink. I'm trying not to show my kids in the video. All of them came with a drink. We got 4 huge Diet Cokes. All of this all together was $73.26, which is absolutely insane for 4 kids meal credits. So that's the hack to end all hacks. Get the foot-long hot dog for a kids meal credit. Made it through the day. It was very hot. It was a little rainy. We made it through, and we took the monorail over from Magic Kingdom to the Grand Floridian because it's dinner time, and this is where our last table service is going to be. It's actually at 1900 Park Fair in the Grand Floridian. It's a character dining experience. It's a buffet. We've only done this once before with the kids, and they haven't been in a while, so we're really excited to kind of see what happens. It's supposed to be really quaint and really yummy, so I'm excited to get in here. All right, we just got sat down. The kids are over there getting their food already, but we found these little card things. So it's like a wish maker's dining card, and you get to write down your wishes. So apparently there's like a wish making ceremony, so everybody writes down their wishes, and then everybody dreams of their wish, and they put them on up. So we're gonna see that later, but we're gonna write down our wishes, and then we're gonna go get some food. We already ordered our adult beverages. We'll wait till they get here to show you them, but this is really cute. Okay, I just got a plate of food. Let me tell you right now, the chicken tikka masala and the prime rib is so freaking good. We also got our adult beverages. So I ended up getting a Robert Mondavi Cabernet. This is $23. And then Mr. Over here ended up getting the Gold Rush cocktail for $17.50. Now for dessert, they have strawberry soup with whipped cream. So I got a little bit of whipped cream, but it's freaking delicious. So strawberry soup with whipped cream, get it. I will say, as far as character interactions go, so we got to see Snow White, Cinderella, and Mirabelle, and they were hilarious. They spent a lot of time at the table. They told stories, they engaged the kids. It was super entertaining. Like Mirabelle came around and was like, "You have a bee in your hair, don't come around my papa." And then Cinderella was like, "Are you gonna travel by corn?" Because, you know, she travels by pumpkin and we live in Nebraska. It was so cute, so entertaining. The kids had a lot of fun. I thought it was really entertaining. So if that's something that's important to you, you're really not gonna get a lot of that in the parks. They spend a lot of time, they sit down with you, you're in air conditioning, the kids are eating, it's a really relaxed vibe. They did the little wish ceremony. It was such a good experience. Is it a one dining credit? Yes, but it is a great experience. If we had paid out of pocket for this experience, it would have been $69 per adult and $44 per child. Add on the $17.50 for his beverage and $23 for my glass of wine, it would have come to a grand total of $266.50. So $266.50 for 2 adult table service credits and 2 kids table service credits, which is a screaming deal for 2 of those credits each. That's gonna be amazing and getting us even more over beating the dining plan. Fireworks are going on right now. Literally, they're going on outside right now, but we're inside the confectionery on Main Street because we're looking to spend the last 2 snack credits that we have because we don't want those to go to waste. And you can use your snack credits on things inside the confectionery. So we're looking for things that have like the purple square that you can bring home, like these candy apples here, or like the Rice Krispie treats. All of these that have that purple square are gonna qualify for your snack credits. So you can take these home and have them and eat them later. You know, when you have like the Disney blues in like a day or two, you can pull out a Mickey shaped Rice Krispie treat and, you know, bring some joy back to your life. So I let both of my kids go into the confectionery. They both picked out a treat each. So both of these qualified as 1 snack credit. They were $7.99 each, and that's pretty much what we got at the end of the night. It was really nice. It was a little bit crowded because we were in there at the end of the fireworks, and then the fireworks ended while we were in there, so we walked out in the big old mob of people. So we're back at the hotel now, and I'm telling you about these, but we did grab our last 2 sack credits for $7.99 each. So we have a really early flight tomorrow, and we're not gonna be able to get breakfast or lunch or anything before we hop on our flight. So we actually used the last 2 kids credits to come back to like our resort little cafeteria area, and we got kids chicken strips. We got these. I have to always bring some Ziploc bags with me when we come to Disney, so I have these and I'm gonna stick them in the fridge and then put them in my backpack tomorrow, and the kids can eat them on the plane for snacks. And then we got apple slices as the sides. So we ended up getting 2 apple slices as the sides for these ones. And then we also got, for their drink, we got milk, so they can drink this in the morning before we get on the airplane, just as like a little bit of a breakfast pseudo until we get to the airport. So we got 2 of these meals. They were $8.49 each, and those were the last 2 credits that we needed to use on the Disney dining plan for this trip. That means the grand total for day 6, what we would have spent had we not used our dining credits, was $394.76. So if you add that to the $306.99 we were already over yesterday, we have officially beaten the Disney dining plan by $701.75. So do I think the plan's worth it? Do I think it's something that you should do if you don't drink alcohol, if you do drink alcohol, if you have kids, if you don't have kids? I'm really tired tonight, so I'm not gonna answer all those questions right now, but you'll see it in the next like 5 seconds where I'm chipper and shiny and well rested, and I will come back and answer all those questions in just a second. But as of right now, officially on day 6, we have beaten the Disney dining plan, used all of our credits. It is 100% entirely possible. All right, we are finally home. It's been a few days. I was very tired. It was a very exhausting trip. I was tired. I needed to come home and kind of collect my thoughts. I wrote down a bunch of notes and things that I kind of wanted to go over, just to kind of like sum up, is the dining plan worth it? Would I do it again? Who I think it's right for? And futuristically moving forward, you know, things to keep in mind if you're planning the dining plan. Also, there's a cute little promotion going on that I'm going to tell you about because it's really good. So the final cost, the final tally, I wrote notes down because I will forget everything. So the final tally, we spent $1,514.40 on the Disney dining plan. We ended up getting $2,216.15 worth of food with that dining plan. So we beat it by $701.75, which is, I think, absolutely amazing and a really high margin if you're going and looking at the dining plan of like what you get versus what you pay. I think that's a pretty good deal. I kind of wanted to talk about, you know, who is it right for? Who's it wrong for? Moving forward, who I think should book this and add this onto their trip itinerary, stuff like that. So I will say, when I was writing this stuff down, it's really hard, in my opinion, to kind of quantify like, yes, this is right for you, or no, this is wrong for you with the sit-down dining plan. And the reason is it's because there's so many nuances and little details that you have to take into consideration with like the restaurant you want to go to and how you like to spend your day. Do you want to sit down? Do you not want to sit down? Stuff like that. You know, if you eat meat, if you don't eat meat, if you drink, if you have kids, like all of these factors and things that you have to take into consideration. So I tried to like boil it down to like the bare bones, the gist of who I think this is really good for and who I think this really isn't good for. But, you know, at the end of the day, I always advise talk to a travel agent, a Disney travel planner, and see what they think about it. Because at the end of the day, they're going to have a lot more information into like your specific itinerary and plans and be able to give you a much more concise answer than I would without having any of that information. But all that being said, let me tell you who I think this is worth it. So who I think should not do this plan, who this is not for, if you fall into 2 or more of these categories. So if you are someone who doesn't drink, if you're someone who doesn't have kids, if you're someone who doesn't eat meat, or you're someone who doesn't like to plan ahead or futuristically get things or make reservations and stuff like that, if you fall into 2 or more of these categories, this plan is not right for you. And let me tell you why. If you have just one of those, like let's say you don't drink alcohol, you can still beat the dining plan. And like case in point, again, consulting my notes because I did all the math, so I want to share it. So if you don't drink, my husband and I spent in total with all of the alcoholic beverages we got over the 6 days, we spent $412.75. So if we hadn't had alcohol, we still would have beat the dining plan, right? Because the dining plan, we went over $701.75 and we got $412.75 worth of alcohol, which would still give us a margin of $289. So you'd still beat the dining plan even if you didn't get alcohol. However, you're still, when you sit down, going to get things like a pop or a specialty beverage without alcohol, or maybe a mocktail. So you're still gonna get some value in addition to like your meal, but it just won't be as high as an alcoholic beverage. So, but where the math gets kind of funky is if you're like, oh, I don't drink alcohol and I don't eat meat. You know what I mean? So like if you have two things where you're like, maybe I'm not getting the high value food option and I'm also not getting alcohol, then you're getting to this point where you're not even breaking even. So those are things to take into consideration. If you fall into two or more of those categories, I don't think the plan is right for you. If you only fall into one, the plan could still very well be right for you. Again, consult a travel agent, look into it, do the research for yourself to verify, but I still think the plan could be right for you if you only fall into one of those four categories that I mentioned. Now, who the plan is 100% for is going to be for people that have kids equal to or greater than the number of adults in the party. So like for example, I have my husband and me and then my two kids. We were an equal kids to parent ratio, and so the plan worked for us. If we only had one kid and then there were two adults, it might not be the great ratio that we want in order to maximize things like, you know, getting the kids credits and using them for adult meals at Magic Kingdom, or like having us use the adult meals at Hollywood Studios and the kids eat the adult meals, but we get the adult beverages, stuff like that. So take that into consideration. If you don't have an equal or greater amount of kids to parents or kids to guardians or adults or whatever, that might not be something you'd want to do. But if you do, right for you. Also, right for someone who drinks alcohol and is willing to sit down, drink alcohol, and get the most expensive thing on the menu every single time, this plan is right for you. Because let me tell you, there's some good cocktails, there's some good alcoholic beverages, and there's some freaking amazing food to be had on the sit-down dining plan. And if you're gonna get the most expensive thing and you're gonna eat meat and you're gonna drink alcohol and you're gonna do the thing, this plan's right for you. Last person that this plan is right for is it's right for someone who, like me, gets high off of doing the Disney research and planning everything and looking and making reservations and trying to maximize and get all of this value. If you're someone who enjoys planning for your vacation, I love sitting. I sit at my computer all the time and I'll plan for my reservation. I'll look and see if there's any new dining things that have popped up, any new events that are happening in the parks. I love maximizing my Disney trips. So this is something that I enjoy, but if you're someone that doesn't enjoy doing that, this might not be right for you, because you really have to keep track of like your dinner plans and when you're spacing out your meals and how many snack credits you have left, and like organizing that so that you get the most value out of all of the credits. You really have to be a planner. So take that into consideration. I wrote down my pros and cons list on my phone because I can't keep everything in one spot. I wrote down my pros and cons list. So now we're gonna go over the pros and the cons of the plan. So just in general, the things that I really loved and the things that I really maybe didn't love so much. So we're gonna start with the pros. I have 4 of them. So the first one is we had an absolutely amazing experience. Like irreplaceable, invaluable experiences that we had with characters and cast members. Like, for example, my kids got to dance with Donald and Mickey at Tusker House, and it was absolutely hilarious and so funny. We had our waiter, I know I'm going to say it wrong, Akershus, the one with the princess dining in the Norway pavilion. Our cast member waiter there was amazing. He actually told me some tidbits about my name. That was really cool and kind of changed the way that I viewed my name, because my name is like a really common Norwegian name, and it was what his grandma was. Anyway, it was an amazing experience because we had these really great relationships with characters and cast members that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise in the park, that we're able to have because we have this sit-down dining experience. So it was an amazing experience that we haven't had any other time we went to Disney World, and I loved it for that. Number 2, pro, the food. Oh my gosh, the food. The food was delicious, y'all. Like, some of the best food I've ever had. I will say, quick service food at Disney World is good. Sit down table service food at Disney World is amazing, elite, the best. There are some amazing chefs at Disney World, and they showed it when we sat down to eat at sit down dining. Like the buffets, the food was always hot and seasoned well and absolutely delicious. There were so many offerings at all of the buffets and the menus. The food was cooked to perfection. Like I got my prime rib the first night. I ordered it medium. It came out medium. It was amazing, great quality food, cooked very well, presented very well, loved it. Some of the best food that we've had at Disney, period. was there. Number 3, we didn't have to budget for anything extra outside of gratuities. So a lot of the time when you go to Disney and you're like sitting down and I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to spend all this extra money for food. We didn't have to think about that. All of our food was already paid for. It was out of mind. We'd already processed the payment before we checked in, and it wasn't something we had to think about while we were in the parks, outside of gratuities. And it was really nice. I mean, my son was able to actually go up. He wanted to go get one of his snack credits, and so he was able to go up and scan his magic band and get his own snack credit, and he didn't have to worry about, do I need to get payment from mom and dad? And I didn't need to worry about, should I give him my credit card and go up with him? Like, a lot of those things took a lot of the, I don't know, not nervousness or uncertainty, but like some of the stress out of it, and you were able to have a much more relaxing vacation because everything was already prepaid. So if that's something that's important to you, that was a really big pro for us. We really loved that our kids were able to have a little bit more freedom. I was able to have a little bit more relaxation. I mean, granted, I was also looking at the menus like, I'm gonna get the most expensive thing, but it was also just a really nice time to be able to relax. And my husband, who's constantly looking at the money and finances, it was a really good way for him to relax too, because everything was already paid for. And the last thing, we got to experience new elements of the park and new experiences that we had never had before. So like going into Tusker House and like going into that restaurant, you get to go behind the buildings and inside the buildings. And if you're like me, you walk through like Animal Kingdom and you're like, ooh, I wonder what's in there and what's gonna be over here. And getting to see what's inside that building was really cool. And kind of going inside the Norway Pavilion to go see the princesses and inside that character experience was really great. Those things are amazing experiences that we've never had before. One-on-one time with characters is an experience that, you know, you get it when you stand in line for a little bit, but having them come to your table and sign something for you and ask how the food was and make kind of silly jokes, it's an experience all on its own in its own league, and that was an amazing thing for me and my family. Now on to the cons list. There are only 3, but I will say the 3 that I had were kind of glaring, so I do want to talk about them. Con number 1, it was a lot of food. My husband likes eating, I like eating, my kids like eating. Like, they're not picky eaters. My kids will literally eat anything, which is a huge blessing. But it was a lot of food. By day 6, we were tired of eating. I was so done with eating. I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm not gonna eat for 3 days because I'm so tired of eating. It was a lot of food. And so if you're someone that maybe is a grazer or you like to eat periodically throughout the day and you don't really want to have these big meals, like buffet style meals or a huge prime rib or whatever, take that into consideration because it is a lot of food and a lot of it you're not able to take home with you outside of the snacks. So again, it's a lot of food. It was just a lot. Con number 2, you have to be able to snag the reservations for the dining areas or the table services that you want. So it's hard because like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna get the dining plan ahead of time, and then once your reservation window opens up where you can go ahead and snag your tables, like if you don't snag the ones that you want, that loses value. So that's something that you have to take into consideration when you're picking some of these more popular dining reservations. You really have to think about, am I going to be able to snag that? If I don't snag that, is there an option B that's just as good? All of those things. And especially with parks that don't have a lot of sit-down table services options, so like namely Magic Kingdom, we had to go to the Grand Floridian because we didn't have any in-park options that were 1, available, and 2, only 1 table service credit. So all of those things go into it when you're going and sitting down and trying to book these. It was just kind of a con because it can be stressful. I was very fortunate to be able to get all the ones that I wanted. But again, I was there early, 6 o'clock in the morning with my cup of coffee ready to get them. So just something to keep in mind. Last con is my son will actually age out of the children's dining plan next year. So my son's 9 and he will turn 10. And that means that he will age out of the kids' dining plan and he will be an adult, unable to drink the adult beverages, but paying the adult price. So that is another con to take into consideration. If you have a kid that's 10, between the ages of 10 and 20, honestly, they're paying the adult price for the adult beverages that they won't be able to drink, that they can't get, that you can't drink, and you're still having to pay that price. So that is a big con, in my opinion. I would really love to see Disney create a separate category of dining plan option for the kids that are between 10 and 18, where they can have maybe a little bit more of an expensive plan, but not quite as expensive as the adult meals, because they're not getting that benefit, right? They're not getting the adult beverage. They don't have that option. I also don't have the option to be able to use the kids' credit for him when we go to Magic Kingdom. So all of those things will factor in for us futuristically when we look at the dining plan. But that is a con. The fact that my kid's going to be 10 and then he no longer qualifies as a child is something that's a pretty big con for me and my family. Disney is creating this promotion. It's going to be Kids Eat Free all of 2026. So kids between the ages of 3 and 9 will get a free dining plan as long as you purchase an adult dining plan, and they will be able to have their dining plan comped and get it for free and get to sit at all of these table services that we showed you and do all of the fun things in all of 2026. That is an amazing promotion. So we actually looked at it, and if I had not paid for my kids, if it was just for me and my husband, we would have saved $360.58. So if we combine that with the beating of the Disney dining plan, what, at $701.75? If you add those two together, we would have beaten the dining plan by $1,153.82 because I wouldn't have had to pay for my kids. So I'm kind of like, I should have waited until 2026. But it's an amazing promotion. I've just showed you how to beat the Disney dining plan with 2 kids. Can you imagine how much more value you're gonna get out of the dining plan when the kids aren't being paid for? Like, they get it, but you don't have to pay for them? Insane value. The other thing that I wanted to kind of note with this promotion that they're offering, it says down in the fine print right here that it can be stacked with other select discounts and promotions. And this is important because there are some promotions that can't be stacked, meaning that you choose this promotion and that's the only promotion that you can get. But this one is able to be stacked. So let's say that Disney offers up a room promotion or like discounted rates or discounted tickets. You can stack that with the Kids Eat Free dining plan and get a really great value for your family next year. So if you liked this, if you liked us beating the Disney dining plan and you want to try it next year and you got kids between the ages of 3 and 9, look into that because that's amazing. All right, I just looked through all my notes. I think that was everything that I had, all the questions that I had to answer. If you have any other questions, if I didn't answer something and you really want to know, please leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to answer, or I know there's an amazing community here of people that will be more than happy to answer your question. Also, tag your favorite travel agent below, Disney travel agent, because I can't plan your trip, but they can, and they're amazing, and I would love you guys to have some amazing options for travel agents to look for to book your dining plan in 2026, especially because we're all going to be doing that Kids Eat Free dining plan, because that's insane. I think the one thing that I kind of want to leave off with is, would I do this again? And I think the answer for this dining plan is yes. I think the value, the quality of food, the amount of experience and just kind of like giving you that break to sit down at the table every night and see your family and kind of reconnect after a day of walking around is invaluable there. The character experiences were invaluable. Getting the dining, like sitting down at Fantasmic and having reserved seatings was invaluable. Like all of those elements, I feel like make this worth it for me. And if my kid wasn't aging out of it next year, I would 100% be doing this again because I see the value here. I see the stress relief. I see that you can beat it and you can get your money's worth. And I think this would be something that if my kids were younger, I would futuristically do again. So I think it has the Toro Coupon Hunter stamp of approval. If you're someone that's gonna do this and you're gonna beat the Disney dining plan and you wanna plan, this is great value for you and your family. But that's all I've got. I'm officially checking out of beating the Disney dining plan 2025. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. We got more of these planned. There's some more things that we're gonna do in the future to beat other Disney elements that we're planning. But stick around to see those. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here and I will see you in the next one.